From Elisha's shadow to the call of the divine, Jonah heard the whisper through the sands of time. To Nineveh he pointed, their sins cry out to me. But Jonah's heart was stormy like the restless sea. Storms of rebellion in the depths of the night, running from the calling, hiding from the light. The waves crash louder as he sails away. From Nineveh the shores, Jonah's faith thus away. To the docks he hastened with a heavy load, Tarshish in his sights on that distant road. But the winds of heaven knew of his flight and stirred the seas with all their might. Storms of rebellion in the depths of the night, running from the calling, hiding from the light. The waves crash louder as he sails away. From Nineveh the shores, Jonah's faith thus away. To the docks he hastened with a heavy load, Tarshish in his sights on that distant road. But the winds of heaven knew of his flight and stirred the seas with all their might. Storms of rebellion in the heart of the sea, Jonah finds a lesson, destiny's decree. No ship could carry the weight of divine will across the endless waters. The storm seeks him still. In the belly of the deep, a prophet does wake from the depths of despair. A prayer he doesn't make from the womb of the fish. I call to your light, guide me back to set what's wrong or right. Through trials and tempest, a truth comes to bear. No man can outrun the reach of God's care. With repentant heart, Jonah's mission begins anew. To Nineveh there's walls with a message true. Storms of rebellion now quiet in his soul, Jonah walks forward to play his role. In the heart of Nineveh, a city finds grace, and Jonah discovers his rightful place. So let the story of Jonah guide us through our fears, through storms of rebellion and our own unshed dreams. May we find our calling in the divine embrace and walk our paths with courage and grace. Upon raging seas, under darkened skies, a vessel fought the tempest, fear in every eye. Call upon your gods, the captain cried in vain. For nature's wrath was unbridled, a wild, untamed main. In the eye of the storm, where faith is born, Jonah confessed with a heart forlorn, the Lord of the sea and the dry land am I. In fleeing his call, these waves rose high. The sailors' eyes grew wide, their faces drawn with dread, as Jonah's words hung heavy, a verdict unsaid. What must we do? They pleaded, seeking calm, to still the storm's fury, to find a soothing balm. In the eye of the storm, where faith is born, Jonah confessed with a heart forlorn, the Lord of the sea and the dry land am I. In fleeing his call, these waves rose high. In the eye of the storm, a question asked, for a prophet's defiance the sea was tasked. From me for Jonah said, in peace you will find, for I am the cause, leaving his will behind. Into the abyss Jonah was cast, surrendering to the waters vast. As he sank beneath the storm did cease, a testament to faith's release. The sailors stood in awe as calm acclaimed the sea, their hearts filled with wonder at the prayer's decree. In sacrifice, in faith, the lesson writ, through storms and trials by God's hand we're knit. In the eye of the storm where grace unfolds, the story of redemption ancient and told. Jonah's journey reminds us through tempest and fears, in God's command our true path clears. So let us remember, when storms rage wild, in the heart of chaos peace is beguiled. Through Jonah's tale, a truth we discern, in God's loving grace we forever learn. In the eye of the storm, when questions rage wild, in the heart of chaos peace is beguiled. Through Jonah's tale, a truth we discern, in God's loving grace we forever learn. In the heart of the tempest, where fears collide, Jonah stood with a secret from his God he did hide. Cast me into the deep, he bravely cried, for the storm to be silenced, my pride must die. Beneath the waves, above the storm, in the darkest depths, a light is born. From the belly of the beast to the shores divine, a journey of surrender across the sands of time. The sailors wept as they granted his plea. Into the arms of the ocean Jonah was set free. The sea grew silent, the sky cleared anew, a miracle unfolding in hues of sapphire blue. Beneath the waves, above the storm, in the silent deep, hope takes form. Through 3 days and nights in the fish's hole, Jonah found his faith, brave and bold. In the belly of darkness, Jonah knelt to pray. Forgive me, my Lord, I've strayed from your way. Command me once more, your word I'll obey. Mercy's hand reach out, leading the way. Spit upon the sand, a man reborn. To Nineveh he traveled, a promise born, with the word of warning and a heart of grace. Jonah witnessed a city saved by faith. Beneath the waves, above the storm, a prophet's tale divinely formed. From depths of despair to redemption shore, Jonah's journey whispers forevermore. So let us remember, when storms rage around and the depths seem to call, where fear is found, there's a path through the tempest, by grace we're adorned. Beneath the waves, above the